Hi friends, I'm Donna Collins. Halloween at the Disneyland Resort is one of my very favorite times of year. I absolutely love all of the decorations, all of the pumpkins, the carved pumpkins that are all over the buildings and the bunting and the big giant Mickey winking on one side and smiling on the other in Town Square is one of my very favorites. I'm a huge pumpkin fan, you might say. So I'm going to share with you today a pumpkin fudge recipe so you can get in the holiday spirit and you can share it with some of your friends. So today I'm going to be showing you two different versions of a pumpkin fudge. The pumpkin fudge that was served at Disneyland, or DCA, didn't have any nuts in it, but I kind of like pecans in my fudge. So I'm going to do a plain and a nut version of the fudge. So what I did is I took a 13 by 9 Pyrex pan, lined it with tin foil, put a little spray in it, and then I divided it up with a little piece of cardstock covered in the tin foil so I can have plain on one side and nuts on the other. Okay, so what we need for this recipe is 2 cups of sugar in a heavy saucepan, 1½ sticks of butter, 2/3 cup evaporated milk, not the condensed, the evaporated kind, and a ½ cup of canned pumpkin. Now, it came to my attention that we are on a canned pumpkin shortage, which I had no idea. So when I went to go make this recipe, I went to 4 different stores and they didn't have any. So what I did is I got a sugar pumpkin and I cut it in half, cleaned it out, took all the seeds out, and then I roasted it in a 400-degree oven for about 45-50 minutes. And then I went ahead, cut it all up, and put it in the food processor, and now I have pumpkin puree, nice and fresh. Yum, yum. So then I'm going to need 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a ½ teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Also, you're going to need a package of cinnamon baking chips, 10 ounces, a jar of marshmallow cream, the 7-ounce kind, ½ cup of pecans. If you want it for the whole tray to be nuts, it's 1 cup, ½ cup for half a tray, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so what I have in this pan is the 2 cups of sugar, the 1½ sticks of butter, and 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and add my evaporated milk and my fresh pumpkin puree. And all of my spices, my nutmeg, my cinnamon, and my pumpkin pie spice. Oh wow, that smells delicious. Okay, so we're going to bring this to a boil. Make sure everything's all nice and melted, and then we're going to turn down the heat to about medium-low, and then we're going to put in our candy thermometer and we're going to cook it until it reaches 235 degrees. So we brought it to a boil, and now we are going to turn it down to low, and I'm going to stick my candy thermometer in there so we can see. Well, it helps if it gets into the liquid. And we're shooting for 238. All right. So we are at 238 degrees. We're going to add our cinnamon chips. We're going to add our marshmallow cream. Get all that yumminess. Pop that out. Alright, stir this up, and then we're going to be adding our vanilla You don't want to add vanilla to boiling solutions because vanilla extract is mostly alcohol. So if you burn it, it's not going to get that yummy vanilla taste. You're going to get a yucky aftertaste. So we're going to melt all those cinnamon chips. Oh my gosh, this smells so delicious. Now let's do our teaspoon of vanilla. Ooh, a little extra. Now that's all nice and mixed well. Super creamy. Now it's going to take about 10-15 minutes for everything to cook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half in here, nice and creamy. Whoop. Probably shouldn't have had a handle. Woo! The other half, nuts. So we're going to smooth all that down, smooth all this. Gosh, this smells good. Yum, yum, yum. Now, just to make sure people know this is nuts, I'm going to put some more chopped pecans on top. Excellent. So there we have it, our 2 different kinds of pumpkin fudge. Now that we have it in our pan, we're gonna let it cool. Put it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes and make sure it's nice and cool and firm before you cut anything up. Make sure you share all this yumminess with all of your friends so they can get into the holiday spirit. I love to get these little paper boxes and tie a cute little ribbon around them and get a nice little gift tag and give them a piece of the plain and a piece with the pecans, and I'm sure they will absolutely love it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you guys try this recipe. Let me know in the comments what you think of everything, and I'll see you guys real soon with another recipe.